You guys ready to have some fun? Yeah? Oh my God. Where's my yoga doers at? Some of them, yeah? Not you, you don't do it? No? You're good? Here, let me give you a tip. First thing you want to do to hit that full split is you want to be raised by a single mother. With no man in the household to stop you from expressing yourself in extremely feminine ways. And then step 2 is you want to be a middle child. With 2 brothers who have real jobs, and that's actually going to allow you to need attention so badly. Now you can get all the way down. Yeah. Oh, thanks. All right. I'm poor. Yeah? Fuck yeah. All right. Yeah, no, it's a weird reaction to have when you have no money. Dude, I'm so fucking poor. I'm broke and I'm also single, which is a bad combination. It's a very bad combination because I still try, you know, as a single guy. I still try to take a girl out, pay for things. I do this thing when I'm on a date where I pretend I have money. I sort of pretend, I walk with the confidence of a guy with 2 button-down shirts. Yeah, I have another one of these. So. I say a thing that I feel like rich guys say, and so I say it, but when I say it, it's a lie. I need to stop saying it. I'll do this. I'll be at a restaurant with a girl and I'll go, get whatever you want. Don't get whatever you want. Get what you know I want you to get. Get a fucking salad and don't even put grilled chicken on it. Fuck that, dude. I'm sick of this shit. Bro, I am so sick of it on the menu underneath the 48 different types of salads, different permutations of the same 4 ingredients, and then underneath it there's a star and it goes, add grilled chicken, steak, or salmon to any of these salads for $8. That's its own meal. That's a separate entree. We're gonna put fucking salmon on top of your salad now? Dude, no, why are we treating entrees like toppings? It's steak, it's not sprinkles. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Let's put a pepperoni pizza on my crab cake if we're doing that. So this girl, very clever, she does this thing where she tries to gauge what she can get based on what I order. So she goes, what are you gonna get? And I'm like, they're gonna bring bread. They're gonna bring bread and water. Bread and water. I'm on the Jesus Christ diet, actually. He was shredded. Just sacrificing myself for the gains, you know what it is. Me and 11 of my buddies, we're religious about it. So then I go, what about you? What were you thinking of getting? And she goes, I was thinking of getting the filet mignon. Get it? You fucking bitch. I thought you were vegan. That's why I took you to this steakhouse. And then she goes, I am. I just never come to places like this. Yeah! Me neither! And then, of course, what does she want? Drinks. She wants drinks. She goes, and again, I live in Manhattan.
She's like, should we get drinks? I'm like, in Manhattan? Yeah, let me just remortgage my house. Just give me a second.
Let me just fucking unplug grandma and see what I can inherit real quick. Because you want drinks.
Sure. She goes, should we get a bottle? Let's get a bottle of wine. What year should we get the bottle?
2039, when I can afford it. What do you mean, dude?
I'm so broke, I have 3 roommates. I'm so white, 2 of them are named Kevin. No, really let that sink in. Do you know how embarrassing it is for me, a guy in my 30s, to live with 2 23-year-old frat bros named Kevin? How embarrassing it is to have to point out my 23-year-old roommate Kevin's bedroom and then repeat myself? How shitty it is to be like walking through the apartment like, yeah, that's the kitchen, that's my room, that's my brother's room, that's Kevin's bedroom. That's Kevin's bedroom. And she's like, why does Kevin have 2 bedrooms? Because Kevin has 2 bodies. Kevin's got 2 souls. And she's like, wait, 2 Kevins, don't you get confused? No. Because we call one Kevin Tall Kevin. And one Kevin of the 2 Kevins, Gay Kevin. But gay Kevin isn't gay, but Kevin, the second Kevin of the Kevins that I just mentioned, the Kevin to the left of the bedroom that has the Kevin, that Kevin's kind of short, but short Kevin felt kind of mean, and tall Kevin's pretty new, so we switched short Kevin to Kevin 2, because Kevin 2 moved in June, so Kevin 1 is really Kevin 2, and Kevin tall is kind of true, and Kevin short is kind of gay, so he gets the bigger room because it has more closet space. And then she goes, why do you live with so many Kevins? And I'm like, because each Kevin that I live with reduces my rent by $1,500. I will live with 1,000 Kevins. So here's the thing. Despite what you might think or what the internet might say, I'm straight. I'm a heterosexual man. My brother is straight. Tall Kevin is straight. Gay Kevin is straight. That's 4 straight guys living in one apartment. So you can imagine all we talk about is dicks. All we talk about, the only topic of conversation is cocks. Dude, it takes 8 seconds of silence in my apartment for one of my roommates to go, how much money would you suck a guy's dick for? I'm like, what, are we late on rent? Why are you concerned about that? What are you, commission-based? What the fuck is going on here? Dude, it comes up all the time. There's no way that gay guys are talking about this as much as we do. There's no way that gay dudes are sitting around crunching the numbers like, well, if I charged $40 since 2014, I could buy every Chick-fil-A and turn them into Spencer's Gifts. There's no way. And because I mentioned it, what the fuck is Spencer's Gifts? You know that store in the mall? It's kind of like Hot Topic, right? Spencer's Gifts. Dude, the only things they sell are Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirts and anal beads. What the fuck is this product line? It's Rugrats backpacks and dildos. Who was Spencer? Who the fuck was Spencer that these are his gifts? Right? Just some guy that every time an event came around, it was a huge bummer because you had to be like, hey, Spence, thanks for coming to our daughter's christening. I gotta say, the cock-shaped bong is highly inappropriate. You didn't even put it in a box. We can tell what it is through the wrapping paper, Spencer. And Spencer was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with all this shit? But I digress. So we're going around the circle, and I go to my buddy that asked me, I go, all right, man, how much money would you do it for? And he goes, $1 million. Word? Really? 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 You guys gotta understand, a black lady really is like, that is bullshit.
There's no higher level of suspect than a black lady going, really? That was exactly my feeling. In that moment, I was a black lady. I was like, word? Here's why. You know what his job is? He's a driver for Uber Eats. $1 million? $1 million, dude? And you hand deliver taquitos to teenagers on Molly? But you won't suck a dick? Uber Eats, dude? You're a waiter on wheels. You're a fucking freelance butler, dude. People give you stars like a kindergartner. If you forget the ketchup, they don't have to tip you. And then you gotta run back to your car in the rain. He's like, $1 million. I'm like, dude, why? Why do you need $1 million? And he goes, it's gross. I don't want that in my mouth. I saw you eat a McRib twice this week. I'll suck off Ronald McDonald before I eat McRibs back to back on McRibs, dude. And you won't kiss a guy's cock? Word? Insane. All right, but because I am going to talk about this for 11 minutes. Here's what really bothers me about the $1 million. Who do you think you are? Who is going to pay you $1 million to suck? You, who's never sucked a dick before, is going to charge $1 million for the ease like some kind of dick-sucking specialist. Like you know what the fuck you're doing. You need a quarter Billy or kill the deal for your meek, unenthusiastic, never sucked a dick before head. Just excuse me, sir, can we talk first? Nick, do I have to make him come? Yeah, you have to make him come. Yeah, you gotta make. You wanted $1 million. He's coming in your grandfather's ashes for $1 million? The fuck out of here. He wants $1 million. Meanwhile, there's gay guys out here giving phenomenal dome for a compliment. All right. Is there any guy in here, a straight gentleman, who would be willing to, we can be vulnerable, we can open it up, no judgment, who'd be willing to share their price to suck a guy's dick? Guys, give it up for 13K. All right, so a couple thoughts just came to me. Here's the thing. I tour the country. I've been doing this material in just about every state. I can honestly say 13K, lowest number I've ever heard. It's the lowest number that I've got. What's also crazy about that is that's we could pool that together tonight, right here. You got $500, you got $200. We'll put 13 together in a minute, dude. Third craziest part about that is that you are on a date, dog. Which, by the way, I say that to say, you got a fucking real one. Here's why. Because one day you're gonna be like, babe, we need a new kitchen. And he's gonna be like, let's go, baby. Heat something up for me. I'll be back. What do you think we can get a hot tub? Let's get a fucking hot tub too. You want to get a fucking gazebo with a hot tub inside it? All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about the number. The number, because every guy's got a number.
Every guy has a number. Some of you, you got a number. I can see all of your faces. I know the reactions. Every guy has a number. And here's the thing about the number. It's two numbers. There's the number you say. And then there's the number. There's that out at a public comedy show number. And then there's the after the show in an alley, no witnesses, no God number. So like 13K, it's really like 8K. You were vulnerable, you were open, I'm gonna be as well. I'll share total transparency. My number is $75,000. That's how much money I would do it for. But I'm reasonable. Okay? $75,000, hard. $75,000. But if they go, hey, so we're all ready, and it turns out it's actually only $71,000. I'll do it for $71,000. And then we're like, all right, here we go. Let's do it. And they're like, okay, great. So we're about ready to start. We just double checked. It's actually only $63,000. I'll do it for $63,000. And it basically goes like that until we get to $720. And then, if the guy walks out and he reaches into his pocket and he goes, oh, hey, so one of these bills is Canadian. It's actually only $620. I'll do it for $620, and that's my final offer. So it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing enough to bring somebody back to that, which is not fun because the process of going out, you guys know what it is. Some of you guys are single, some of you guys are in new relationships. The process of going out and meeting somebody, that's a nerve-wracking, embarrassing experience. I can only speak from the guy half, but I'll say that when you go out, you are doing every fucking thing possible to try to impress a woman. Every single thing that you could possibly say comes out of your mouth. You're like, hey, how you doing? I played junior varsity lacrosse. And I have more than 2 towels. And at my apartment, we have soap. It's mostly water with a little bit of soap, and we just keep refilling the water from the faucet. It's like 90% water and 10% belief, but it works if you want to. And then somehow, dude, by the graces of God, a girl agrees to come back to your apartment with you. I don't know why or how you guys do it, but you do. You like the guy, so you're like, all right, I'm gonna go. And then what happens, there's a dynamic shift. Because when you're at the bar, you're saying and doing every possible thing you can, and then you get outside the bar. And all of a sudden, you become self-conscious, and money is on the line. It's all there, right? So as you walk through your dark, broke, shitty part of New York City, where it's creepy and sus as fuck, and it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, you get really quiet. Because the only thought going through your mind is, don't say anything to ruin it. All I have to do is not mention abortions or the Holocaust. And it's a fucking lock, dude. So the woman on the other side of that is like, what the fuck happened to that fun, cool, charismatic guy that I was just talking to? He was junior varsity lacrosse, now he's quiet as shit. So she gets scared. So every single woman going back to a dude's place, without fail, says this sentence. At some point on the walk back, you will do this. You'll go. You're not like a serial killer, are you? If I was, you didn't just stop it. Right? Like, what the fuck kind of detective work is that you're like, wait a minute, are you a serial killer? I'm gonna be like, ah, you got it. All right, come on, I'll drive you home. Let's go. Ah, you clever little one, you're good, you're good. You're like a regular Sherlock Holmes. Fuck. Spent $75 at the hardware store. What the fuck am I gonna do with this saw now? Wrap it up, boys, let's go. But I get it, you're self-conscious. Dating is hard. Dating's hard for that reason. It is scary because you don't know. You don't know what you're signing up for. It doesn't have to be a serial killer. You don't know what baggage somebody comes with, right? I'll give you an example. I was hanging out with this one girl. We're back at my place, and we're just kind of pillow talking, just laying up, just kind of chatting. And then she goes, "Do you want to know, like, what my kink is?" I played it cool. I was like, "Yeah, tell me what it." Whatever could it possibly be? What's your sort of? She could have been like, "I want to punch your mom in the throat," and I'd have been like, "Knock that bitch out. Whatever you gotta do." She goes, "I think it would be really hot if, like, your roommates could overhear us." I was like, "You're in luck." Because, this is a divider, bitch. They're gonna hear every goddamn word. They're gonna hear. I don't know if you noticed the 4-foot gap between the wall and the ceiling here. Well, we are not in a private space. The Kevins are listening in. They don't even say your banking information out loud. This is not. So it's hard, man. You know what somebody comes with? I was talking to a girl recently. We hadn't even met in person yet, and she confided in me. She said that she has narcolepsy. Now, I want to be clear about this. There is nothing funny about narcolepsy, except these jokes that I wrote. These are really funny. These are good. These are really funny. These are good. She tells me that she has narcolepsy type 1. And what that is narcolepsy with cataplexy. And what cataplexy means is that your entire body's muscle tone, your ability to even stand, walk, hold yourself up, it can just cut out and it can turn off and you can just go limp. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Aw, damn, for sure. And the way that it happens is based on an emotional trigger. And different people with cataplexy have different ones. For one person, it could be intense joy. For another person, it could be intense anger. She told me that hers was intense laughter. I am not only jacked and humble. I'm fucking hilarious, dude, okay? So when she told me this, I felt like I learned a little about her, and I learned even more about myself. Because the second she said that, I was like, I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna take her life, dude. Let's go, baby. New material night. What's poppin'? Let's go. Me, Dave Chappelle, crowd full of narcoleptics. Let's see who puts more to sleep, baby. Let's go. And then I realized that this is actually a fucking terrible situation for me. Because we had not even met in person yet. We can't be out in public together with me pitching heaters, dude. Just dropping A material on her? No chance. That's not gonna look good for me. So I called her and I was like, "Hey, would you mind if our first date was like at your place or at my place? You know, just something low key?" And she goes, "Absolutely not. That's so creepy. Why?" And I was like, "You gotta see it from my perspective. We can't go to a bar. I buy you a drink, slide it over, you take a sip, I say something, and then you chuckle and pass out. Nobody at the bar is gonna see that and go, hey, what's up? Oh, you know what? She probably just has cataplexy. No, it's gonna look like I drugged you if I make you laugh one time, okay? I hit her with a one-liner. She just turns into Pinocchio, right? It's not gonna be good for me. If I fucking whisper something witty and then all of a sudden she just goes catatonic, like she's fallen asleep, I'm dragging her out of the bar, picking her up off my shoulder, The bouncer's not gonna see that and go, hey, what's going on over there? Oh, don't worry, I'm hilarious. A lot of people on dates? No? I thought this was Austin, let's be weird. Okay. All right. What's your weird? What do you do? Yeah. Stop the cameras. What do you do? Oh, fucking yeah, baby. Let's go. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's so awesome that I don't even know what happened to you as a kid. That's so awesome. You know what? I like touch my nipples a little bit. You're like dressed like Batman, beat the shit out of me. You're just getting fucked. Like, who is Falcone working for? I think I'm gonna fucking come. That's fucking awesome. You're the best. It's awesome, though, that you can make people aware of what you're into, what your personal life experience is, because the dating world's changed. Specifically now, after post-COVID, we're in a different world, especially with how vocal people are about their lives and their backgrounds on Twitter and stuff. It's a good thing, but it's made the dating world a very different place, okay? It used to be that you would get rejected, embarrassed, made fun of, and then hungry. That's how it would go. Now, people, even colloquially, use terms we never used to use. Like, people casually will say things like problematic. Hear that a lot? People say, I'd never hear it. But people say problematic. They say gaslighting. They say love bombing. People use their preferred pronouns now. It's all new. It's good, but it's new, okay? So take some adjusting. Getting rejected is a different thing. Getting rejected used to be that you'd be at a place and you'd go up to someone and you go, hey, sorry to bother you. I was just wondering, do you know how much a polar bear weighs? It's enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Nick. No, it's the worst thing you've ever heard? Okay. Go die in a hole? Yeah. No, it's cool. I actually brought a bag of dildos, so it'll be pretty easy to go fuck myself. No worries. Fuck you, Kevin. You should have said something. You could have walked up and said something. No, dude. Let's just get food. Let's just get food. What? No, I'm not getting Mexican. Why? Because she's Mexican. I'm not supporting that, dude. Fuck that. Now, with the way that people talk and how much info is out there about everybody's experience, now you get rejected and you learn a life lesson. It's a whole other... I was out with my buddies. We saw this group of girls. I went over. I was like, hey, how you doing? Immediately shut me down. Right away. Turned me down. Walked back over to my friends, and my buddy, he goes, what happened, dude? I was like, apparently I problematically gaslit, then love-bombed, all while misgendering. And then he goes, she said that? And I was like, them said that! She is a Pisces Libra moon rising and her hair's not green because I don't see color, you bigot. You bigot. You guys use your preferred pronouns in your email signature? No? A flat out, fuck that. A very Texas, my pronouns are fucking locked and loaded, pussy. That's what I'm... It doesn't bother me. I like seeing people's preferred pronouns. It lets me know who to call a bitch. No, I'm fucking around. I'm kidding. I don't mean it, and here's why. Because I think, honestly, at the end of the day, who wants to hurt somebody's feelings, right? No, it helps you avoid a potentially awkward situation. But I will say that sometimes it does feel like a kind of random piece of information. That's it. That's all I'll say. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get an email, and it's like, really looking forward to the meeting on Tuesday. Going to be a productive one. Best, Janet, head of sales, girl. Hey, well, that's cool. kind of random piece of information. I want to do that. I want to put like a random piece of it. I want to put my bench press in my email signature. You know what I mean? It's like, can't wait for the show on Friday night. Gonna be a blast. Best Nick 265. What's up, pussy? What's good? What's actually good? What's real? Fucking Giga Chad legend. Those are my pronouns. What's up? I don't know. That's how I want it. I want to be seen as like fucking alpha male, but I don't know if that's what I am. I don't know if that's how I'm perceived. Like, you never know about anything about how you come off and who you are. Like, I don't even know sometimes if what I think I want is what I actually want, you know? Like, sometimes I think I want to have sex with someone, and in reality, I just want new gossip. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at a point in my life where the best part of sex for me is talking about it with my friends afterwards. That's my favorite part of sex. Like, I don't have sex to have sex. I have sex to have had sex. I enjoy the story more than the experience, okay? Like, I don't even come until one of my buddies high-fives me. That's the insecurity that we're dealing with. It's like, I'll have sex, and then I kind of walk around with the sex in me all day. And I'll see one of the Kevin's like, what's up, dude? I'm like, I had sex with Becky. And he's like, nice. And I'm like, oh, don't stop. Keep going. He's like, how was it? I'm like, it was fucking good. He's like, you're the man. I'm like, oh my God, stop, Jimmy, stop. Stop, Jimmy, I'm the man. What do you mean I'm the man? You really think I'm the man, dude? Do it for the gram. Yeah, if Graham was like my dude's name, you know what I mean? I do it for the gram. I do it for my boy Graham and fucking Mackenzie and Jimmy. That's what I do it for. Sex is weird. Isn't sex fucking weird? Sex is weird. You know what's weird about sex? It's really weird that we don't look good when we orgasm. It's weird. It's weird because an orgasm is the best feeling that a human body can have. It's the best feeling a human body can have without drugs. It's your pinnacle of elation, and it's the ugliest you look. Isn't that weird that it's the best feeling you can have and it's the worst you ever look? Like, orgasming is a beautiful thing. When you orgasm, your body thinks that you're creating a new life. It's usually in a sock or a keyboard, but your body thinks that you're making a new person who's gonna create a sustainable farm and build a hover car and cure cancer. That's what your body thinks is happening. That's a beautiful thing. You should come and be like, oh. You should look great when you orgasm. It's a beautiful thing, but you don't. We come and we're like, It's weird that we get uglier when we do that. I think it's because your body is trying to take all your best qualities and put them into a new person. So all you're left with is... So here's what's happening right now in the room. Here's what's happening. A lot of you guys are laughing because you feel the truth in that. And then some of you, specifically girls, are going, I look good. You don't. Dude, girls think that they're in a movie when they're coming. They're on top, they're in slow motion. First of all, no woman's ever been on top. I'll do it. You think you look good? You think you're like up there in slow motion? Look, he thinks I'm a goddess right now. When women orgasm, they look like they're feeding a baby bird. We look worse. Dudes look worse by a lot. Every dude orgasming looks like he's turning into a werewolf. Run away. Go. Don't look at me. Don't. Get away from me. Don't look. Okay, say dad. No, you're my dad. What? Fuck you. And fucking sweat is hitting you in the face. And you're like, I just wanted a job. You guys know Sigmund Freud? For those of you who don't, you probably have a great relationship with your parents. Sigmund Freud was a father of neuroscience, neuropsychology, philosopher. He is also famous for the Oedipus complex. If you don't know what that is, it's basically the idea that all men inherently, from birth, want to kill their father and have sex with their mother. I feel like suggesting that takes balls. Right? To be the first guy to be like, I got an idea. You know what I mean? Like, because what had to happen is there had to be like a psychological summit. You have all the greatest minds, the best thinkers in the world coming together for like a conference where they discuss new topics. And some guy had to be like, everyone, please welcome Sigmund Freud with a new theory. And then Sigmund Freud had to come out like, hey. Lot of people this year. There's a good turnout. Okay. Hey, Dad. Thank you. Thanks for coming, Papa. Just do it. Just. Knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on the sweater, sweat on the surface, he looks calm and ready. Okay, all right. So, you know how, like, we all want to fuck our moms? No? Yeah, no, that was mostly a joke theory. Dude, I like to imagine that he still lived with his mom when he suggested that. Like he was still living at home. Like he had to do that, and then he had to come home extra quiet. Like he delivered that speech, and then he came home like, hey, honey. Hey, Mom. Hey, what's up, Mom? My mom. Hey, how was work? Work was work. You know how work can be. To have a job is having a job. Hey, so do me a favor and don't like read the newspaper for a few days. If you don't mind, Mom. Would be chill to do that. So, Mom, I was actually pretty curious. What are you doing later tonight? Like, what are you doing tonight? Where's Dad? No one murdered him. He's fully alive. He's fully alive, Mom. I was in a relationship for 3 years. And we broke up. My ex wanted to be married. I wanted to be happy. So we broke up. Broke up. I don't know if she wanted to be married or if she wanted a wedding. Okay? Different thing. I asked my ex, I was like, why do we need to do it now? Can't we just wait till I'm a little further along in my career, I have more money, I can handle a lot of the practical things? She was like, no, I want to do it now. And I'm like, why? Why is it so important that we get married right now? And she's like, because I want a ring and a celebration. I was like, then win the NBA championships, bitch. I don't know. You know what it is, dude? And I'm trying to be accountable as a 30-year-old man. I'm trying to mature, be accountable for myself and my feelings and my thoughts, but I'm a child of divorce. When your parents divorce, especially when you're little, it can fundamentally change the way that you see relationships. For me, it kind of broke the concept of monogamy and that it works out long term. It kind of changed that for me. Like, your parents are supposed to be your example of how a relationship works, and then theirs didn't. So it'd be like if you hired a skiing instructor, and then on your first lesson, he died. You understand? You're like, well, that guy brought me here. So if he can't do it, I don't think I'm cut out for this. No. So it changed how I feel about relationships. And so my ex and I would get into these little arguments that were actually based in bigger things that she didn't realize were deeper issues for me. I'll give you an example. The background, like the screensaver on my phone, is always a superhero, okay? It'd always be a superhero. Sure. Yeah, something from comic books. And my ex would always go, why won't you save a picture of me as the background on your phone? Because I never question if I love Batman. You know what I mean? I love Batman. I don't even think twice about it. I fucking love Batman. I see a guy on the train in a Batman hat. I'm like, fucking Bruce Wayne, dude. Let's go. We're gonna fucking bring justice to this city, goddammit. Like, I've never watched Batman chew and been like, I want to cheat. I've never looked at Batman's mom and been like, is that what Batman's gonna look like in 25 years? Because I don't know if I'm a lifelong Batman fan. There's just one reason that I think that technology is killing romance. Specifically, I think iPhones are ruining romance. I think iPhones are ruining romantic photographs. Because it used to be that you go to your grandmother's house, and your grandmother, she had one picture of her and your grandfather. It's up on the mantle. It's black and white. He's like 17. She's 5. And it's during a parade because there was a war, and there's confetti flying around them because they won the war. And your grandmother would go, that was the day it happened. Your grandfather just pulled me out of the crowd and he married me right there. And that was the only visual context you had for their whole relationship. Nothing before or after. It was just that. And then they slowly aged toward you, looking more and more like each other until they landed on the couch. And those are your grandparents. And it's a beautiful love story. That's fucking gone forever. Because now, iPhone has live photographs. iPhone has live photographs. You just hold down the picture and it reveals the dysfunction of the couple. You just press for toxicity. My brother and his wife went on a beautiful vacation to Hawaii, and they're sending all these incredibly romantic, very nice photographs back to the family group chat. We're all responding like, oh my God, how cute. You guys look beautiful, how romantic. And then I pressed that on the picture, and my sister-in-law's like, can you fucking smile? Can you fucking smile? We have no pictures where you're fucking smiling. And my brother's like, I'm not smiling because I'm not fucking happy. Divorced parents, it changes a couple little things in you. It made me cynical about a lot of things from a very young age, changed my perspective on things. I have never believed in magic. Not even in a young girl's heart. Nowhere. okay? In the same second that I learned what magic was, I stopped believing in it. In the same instant that I learned what magic was, I was like, oh, this is fake. Because if you can pull a dove out of thin air, how are you also at Corey's bar mitzvah? What are you doing here if you have powers, dude? You should be at the Pentagon. There's a war. We could use your help. What the fuck are you doing here with Superman? You're at a kid's party right now and you got powers, dog? What the fuck are you doing? It's the worst allocation of these abilities. You can saw a woman in half, put her back together. You should be the Surgeon General. You should at least be a plastic surgeon, dude. I know, because also every magician is fucking poor, and I could see that as a child. You know what I mean? The guy's in front of me, I'm like, dude, if he can levitate, why did he drive here in a Pontiac Solstice? What the fuck? The fuck is that? Fly, my guy. They're all fucking poor. Every magician is poor, dude. They're all poor. And we're at a party for children, and he's going up to people and he's going like this. Pulls a quarter out of a child's ear. That's money. Go home and pay off your mortgage. What are you doing broke here? You know what it is? I just think that if you can do magic, the worst career that you can pick is magician. That's the worst one. Instant salary cap, 20 grand. That's it. Right? Pick a career that has nothing to do with magic and sneak magic into the career. Okay? If you can make something disappear as a magician, pretty standard. If you can make something disappear as an accountant, a lot of money in that. Way more money in that, dude. If I woke up tomorrow and I just knew magic, top tier magician abilities, I wouldn't fucking tell anybody. Let alone put it on my business card. You know how much more convenient you could make your life with basic magic ability? Imagine being the sword swallower guy. How many things you could change for yourself? Like you're trying to board a flight and they're like, excuse me, sir, you cannot bring the golf clubs on this flight. Sorry. You're gonna have to check those. It's gonna cost $120. Yeah, and you're like, oh, really? What am I, B-32? Is that... You can impress women, dude, you know what I mean? Fucking you over here, guy, fucking sucking a dick for $13K. You know what it is, dude. Yeah. Man, you take her to a restaurant, beautiful meal goes well, you go to leave, she's like, oh no, it's raining, I don't have my umbrella. You're like, oh, you don't? My ex-girlfriend was very religious. I'm not, okay? I'm not. But I loved that she was religious because I didn't have to be. She had it covered for both of us. You know what I mean? She wanted me to be. She's like, I want you to come to church with me, and I want you to pray with me, and I want you to believe in God more. And I'm like, babe, it's like Netflix. We don't need 2 accounts. You got it. You got it. If you do it good enough, they'll give you a +1. It's gonna be all right. Just give me your password. It's gonna be fine. But for somebody who's not religious, I think about God a lot. You know what I specifically think about is what God thinks of us, what his opinion of humanity is. I feel like God's got to be pretty annoyed at how good science and technology have gotten. Okay? I don't even really mean like iPhones and stuff. You could take it back, dude. Like, we went to the moon. From God's perspective, he's got to be like, what the fuck are they doing? On the moon? Are they on top of the moon? Babe, they got on top of the moon. Or on top of the moon. I made that as a fucking background. What are they doing on top? They're on top of the fucking moon right now. And then meanwhile, human beings are on top of the moon just going, there's nothing up here. There's nothing on the moon. And God's like, yeah, because you're not supposed to fucking be up there. What the fuck? I put everything on the first one. Go back down there. God damn it, me damn it. Fucking brats, you turn your back for a second, they're climbing all over the goddamn place. The me damn place. But that's human beings. We have an idea and then we figure out a way to do it. Doesn't matter what the cost is, right? We're trying to get to Mars. We're on top of the moon and we're trying to get to Mars. And we're going like, we can't breathe on it. We can't breathe up here. And God's like, because it's not a place, it's a thing. I made it as a clock to tell you when to go to sleep. It's not a fucking trampoline. Get the fuck off of it. But human beings don't give a fuck, dude. We have wild ideas and we just pursue them. We just keep going. There are people right now, still, even in this room, that are going like, what if we can meet aliens? And God's like, you don't even like your neighbors. What the fuck, you want to meet aliens now? Fucking 30,000 dating apps? You're trying to fuck a Zarbaclonian? What the fuck? God, me damn it. That's why, look, say what you will about Elon Musk. He kind of annoys me. Because Elon Musk will be like, what if we can create sustainable drinking water on Mars? Do that in Detroit. World's changed, especially recently. Last few years, exponential rate. It's different than it used to be. I think kids. Who's got kids in here? Nice. Good for you. And how old are they? Young? Old? Young too? Yeah. Okay. So you guys get it. You guys are dealing with TikTok and the internet and all this shit that you don't let them have TikTok. Oh shit. Good for you. How old are they? Oh, shit. You got to get them something. They're about to be weird as fuck. You do. Bro, remember those kids who would come to school at 13 and they're like, our parents do not let us watch television? Would you like to come to my house and play dice after school? We only have milk. We get 40 minutes of Rubik's Cube. And then my mother inspects our penises. Nah, dude, we're gonna watch Pokemon. I'll see you later. Say what you will about TikTok. But kids have more perspective now because of stuff like that, right? They open up the internet and they're inundated with information about politics, about the global economy, about gender and sexuality, right? When I was a kid, it wasn't like that. I'm from a very small town in New Jersey. Okay, when I was a kid, we'd be changing in the locker room during gym class. If you pulled your pants down and you had a little dick, somebody would go, fuck you, pussy, you have a little dick. You a fucking tiny ass bitch dick. It's a different world. Now you can have a big dick and be a woman. It's a totally different world. It's just a different world. They're not naive anymore. I was babysitting my 8-year-old niece and she's having a play date. This little tomboy girl named Ryan comes over the house and they're playing and they get hungry, so they run up and they're like, Uncle Nick, can we have a cookie? And I was like, absolutely, gave them a cookie. They ate it, and they go, can we have another cookie? And then I hit them with a classic that I was raised on. I was like, you get what you get, and you don't get upset. That used to work on me. My mom said, you get what you get, and you don't get upset. I was like, oh, that rhymed. That must be like a law. I thought it was like a legally binding contract. If something rhymed that my mom said to me, oh, I'm going to rhyme back. I'm not going to rap battle my mom now over a cookie, okay? You know what I mean? Which, by the way, I think that's how Eminem came to be. I think his mom was like, you get what you get and you don't get upset, Marshall. And he was like, fuck that, Mom.
I'm gonna get what I get, then get so upset that I step on your neck and I press on your head if you don't give me another chocolate chip, you awful bitch. I'm gonna come across your ribs with a saw and split your fat ass in half, and that'll be the last snack you try to snatch from me, so just call it quits.
Ha ha! Kids nowadays are not going to listen to something just because it rhymes. They have too much perspective. We talked about it before. Kids nowadays, they do active shooter drills in school. They do. They're not going to listen to something just because it rhymes. You come in and you're like, sharing is caring. They're like, actually, it's every man for themselves. Yeah, if you're not holding an AR-15, you're not getting a fucking bite of my Lunchables. Sorry. So I said to my niece and her friend, it's like, you get what you get, and you don't get upset. And then my niece goes, well, if you get what you get and you don't get upset, are you saying that Ryan, who was born with female genitalia but identifies as a boy, has no right to identify that way? I was at a Moose. I was like, you guys can have as many cookies as you want. You have as many cookies as you fucking want. You could. I'll make you a fucking tiramisu. You like tiramisu? You guys got guns down here? Yep. My only thought about the whole thing is that I think that background checks could be a lot easier. I think they could be a lot more simple. I think background checks only need to be one question. I think a weird-looking guy comes in, he wants to buy a gun. Guy walks into a gun store and has that laugh? Sir, we're actually closed. We're actually closed. Sorry, no, it's our policy is you're not allowed to be the Joker. You're not allowed to be an arch villain and have a firearm, obviously, sir. No, you can laugh. It's okay. Okay. That's your fucking real life laugh. You're the fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. Fucking. Holy shit. God damn. Well, don't show. Want to know why we have the best staff here? They just know who to put in the front row. They just fucking, like, that guy's gonna be weird as shit. Put him in the front. Here's our thing. Background checks, they only need to be one question. I think a weird-looking dude comes in, and the clerk goes, so you'd like to buy this gun, sir? Cool, we're just gonna get a little background information. How many girls have you fucked? How many girls? One? Are you married to her? No? Jail. Put him in jail forever. A gun for you, you know, pussy getting ass bitch? Yeah, fucking right, dude. We're gonna give a fucking firearm to a psycho like you. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, you can have a sword, you pussy. If you want a fucking sword, I'll give you a sword. That's what a Renaissance fair is. Just a bunch of guys going, we look fucking sweet. I'm not saying every mass shooter is a virgin. It's not. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to bully anybody, especially not these guys. But there's no mass shooter that got like a lot of pussy. Right? There's no mass shooter that was just fucking raking. Everybody's like, oh, dude, that guy, he fucking smashed all the time. But there's definitely a correlation between, like, gun violence and getting laid. Can we admit that as a people, right? There's something there. There's something there
A little bit.
The school shooter is not the kid who fucks every cheerleader and then walks back into school on Monday like, nope, still sad. It's not. It's not that kid. And you're right for laughing hard at that, because that's our option. It's to try to find a little levity in these dark things. And here's the thing. These are incredibly dark, tragic things, and I don't think that you can blame these events on any one person in particular. You can't. But I will say, if you are a high school guidance counselor, and a kid comes into your office and he goes, I'm very angry and I'm having a lot of dark, violent thoughts. Suck his dick. Suck him off! Suck him off! Suck one, save 1,000.
Blow his brains out before he blows our brains out, okay? I care, okay? I care about your children.
You could save the entire student body if you put your mouth on one student's body. That's all it could take, all right? That's it. This is a sensitive topic. I understand. I know it is. I'll do it. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I will. I'll do it. I'll go on a fucking college tour right now. I'll do an hour of stand-up, and then after the show, I'll get on the PA and I'll be like, will any student who watched anime last night please come to the principal's office? You are about to get your dick sucked. Who wants to get their dick sucked? And then watch all these potential threats sprinting through the hallways like... And then I'll walk out and I'll be like, okay, gentlemen, you guys ready to get your dick sucked? And they'll be like, hi. And then I'll be like, it's gonna be $620. Yeah, I'm kind of a bad guy. I apologize, by the way, whether it be you guys or you. Give me my fucking water bottle, you cook. I'm teasing. Sorry for being aggressive and assertive and rude. You know what it is. I'm from Jersey. You from Jersey? Nice. What part? Oh, cool. My parents did better than yours. Fuck with you. But that's it. That's the thing. Is when you're from Jersey, you got all this fucking just pent up fucking. It's cold aggression. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. I grew up in a part of New Jersey with a lot of like Italian bros. You know, a lot of fucking Jersey Shore fucking. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you cannot argue with these dudes. Okay? They're too dramatic. You will lose every argument to an Italian bro from New Jersey. Okay? Because they're too dramatic. They put their whole body into it. Are you fucking kidding me? You think Scarpaccio's is better than fucking Deladuccio's in East Orange? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? They look like they're trying to dodge your argument and poke holes in yours. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? They have the freshest mozzarella. They're the fucking freshest mozzarella. They're so Italian, they're Japanese. They're like, the fucking freshest mozzarella. You don't ever tell me that my grandmother's mozzarella is not as fresh as Oh, hey! Get my dick sucked by the student council president. But they're that dramatic. You can't win an argument against them because they're so dramatic. I'll give you this is an actual argument between myself and my roommate. It was 2 weeks ago, okay? Could we dim the lights? Perfect. Yo. Yo, who put the knives upside down in the dishwasher? The forks and the spoons are all right side up. That's why they're clean, because the water comes from the top. Yo, who put the fucking knives upside down in the dishwasher? My guy, who put the knife? You put the knives upside down in the dishwasher? Why? What do you mean, just in case? Just in case somebody slips. Who's gonna fucking slip? Die. If that happens to you and you die, you deserve it. We're just doing random shit upside down now? We're just gonna do everything upside down? Let's have this argument upside down since you love upside down shit. Yeah. We're just gonna do everything upside down because you like it upside down. Yeah. Yeah, why don't we do keg stands upside down so that we get drunk really slowly because it's basically normal drinking. Why don't we have sex with girls upside down so that they're on top so that they get to come and we don't? Why don't we turn the globe upside down so that when you dig a hole to China, you end up in the North Pole and Santa's a communist? You're so immature, bro. How am I doing this? All right, so you basically want to be raised by a single mother. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's insane. Listen, I can honestly say this has been like the best moment of my life. That's crazy. The goal is that I say that 3 more times this weekend. We're taping all the shows. But this is the first best moment of my life. No, truly, everybody in here, like, you're a part of my fucking life forever. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you soon.